I thank you for taking your time today to be a part of today's presentation, which is titled as Compelling Presentations with Excel and PowerPoint. Now, before we start today's presentation, a few things that you should be aware of. First, we request you all to place your phone lines on mute to avoid any sort of background interruptions or disturbances during this course of training so that we can smoothly run today's presentation. You can, however, ask your questions using the chat feature, and we'll take care of your questions or concerns once we reach the Q&A segment of today's class. Now, the duration of this presentation is expected to be around 60 minutes, and during this time, if you are logged out due to any technical reasons, we request you to follow the same steps or process to join this class again. Now, just before we start, let me quickly introduce you with our presenter today. Today, we have Mr. Neil Malik with us. Neil runs NAC Training in Orlando, Florida area. It's a software and professional development training company. So he's a Microsoft certified trainer, Adobe certified instructor, and CompTIA certified technical trainer with over 20 years of working with individuals, small businesses, nonprofits, and Fortune 500 companies to identify and close skill gaps. He specializes in customized and hands-on live workshops as well as online trainings. It's a privilege for us to have Neil with us today and sharing his huge knowledge in this arena and making our day-to-day work life easy and deal with excellent PowerPoints and presentations. So here, I'd request Neil to take charge. Thank you.
Thanks very much. So as we were talking about a moment ago, today's session is really about the intersection between Excel and PowerPoint, but also it's about the side of things that is just purely presentations, presentation delivery, and what it means to be truly compelling. After today's session is over, if you need to get a hold of me, please don't hesitate to use help@nactraining.com. And I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/everydayoffice, where I put up a lot of tutorial videos about many of these same topics. This is decidedly not a class just about PowerPoint, and it's also decidedly not a class about setting down rules and guidelines excuse me, for a successful presentation. Undoubtedly, if you work online and you check out LinkedIn, check out various publications online, you're going to see that there are people out there in the world who have put out rules for how a good PowerPoint presentation comes together. There's the 10-20-30 rule, there's the 5-5-5 rule, there's rules about what font size you're allowed to use. Guy Kawasaki actually has a great rule that says that your font size is only allowed to be half the age of the oldest participant in the presentation. But ultimately, every single one of these rules is just made up garbage. It's completely abstract and without any basis in reality. And here's why I can say that very definitively. Everybody who puts together these lists of rules, where they're coming down is this. They recognize that basically all the presentations that people deliver on a daily basis are boring, they're ugly, they are full of nothing but bullet points, and they're trying to find easy ways to communicate to people that they should use fewer bullet points, that they should take up less of people's time, and allow for more interaction, more visuals, more charts, more pictures, so that the presentation is more pleasant, it's more compelling and interesting, and so that people don't come out of it thinking they just wasted all of my time. But every one of these things, like to give you an example here, the 5-5-5 rule is trying to get you to use less than 5 bullet points. They're just trying desperately to get you to use fewer bullet points. Or the 10-20-30 rule is supposed to get you to use 10 slides to present your company or your product to a group of investors. And that's because Guy Kawasaki has sat through endless presentations from various startups where there were 50 slides, 100 slides describing all the various teeny tiny little aspects of their businesses. And he was so hating his life from that he figured out that you could get to the point in just 10 slides. But that's not saying that there is something important or magical about 10 slides. That's purely something that they are trying to set forth so that people make smarter decisions. So what I always tell people is I have exactly one rule. Just one rule. There is only one rule in a presentation.